Good morning and a freilichen Zois Chanukah. To continue up where we left off, we're up to the third reason why someone who is an alchemist or someone who could create his own money, right? We said a con artist, or maybe someone who can manipulate the stocks or the markets, maybe a politician who knows the markets and is getting insider information. Who knows? Many different ways a person can make money, lo b'mishpat. But he says a person who has bitachon has more menuchas hanefesh, more sense of serenity and relaxed and stress-free, worry-free life. Why? Because if you're a con artist or you're this alchemist, you're making this money, you can't tell nobody what you're doing, right? If anyone finds out, you're over. You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna get put in prison. You may even be killed for what you've been doing. You know, you can't trust anyone. No friends, no family. Especially if someone finds out, they're going to start copying you, and then all of a sudden your whole trick is going to be, worthless. But someone as Botach Belakim, someone who trusts in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, he's not worried that someone's going to find out that, I have bitachon, so I'm able to, I'm close with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I can use my bitachon as a method to get what I want, to live a stress-free life, to know that I'm going to have everything that I could ever want and need. You're not afraid of anyone else finding out that, you have bitachon? Great. If you have bitachon, you have a great person. He says, opposite, misbaraboy. You're going to be looked up to. Someone's going to want to maybe even learn from you. But not just, I think, with the fact that you have bitachon and someone else is going to want bitachon. You don't have to worry about anyone else finding out. But the whole idea of bitachon, right, is really to have that nutz nefesh, that you're going to have what you want, and you can have what you need, and you can even have what you want. And with bitachon, I think a person is able to go into the world of business with a lot less worry and stress. There's a story from years ago. Rabbi Yoel Gold came out with a story that a person was posting on Amazon iPads. Remember this story? iPads for $400 an iPad. And he posts it on Amazon, and then the next morning he wakes up and he sees that, lo and behold, every single one of these iPads were sold. Never had business like that in one night ever in his life. It smelled a little fishy, so he decided to do a little investigating, and oh no, he realized he made a huge mistake. Instead of writing 400, he wrote 40. So he sold all these dozens of iPads for $40. Wow, what a major loss. He's looking at his emails, and he sees an email that says Yehuda from Lakewood. And this guy writes on the email, I noticed that you are posting these iPads for $40. I noticed that your Amazon name was YL Bardichev, or Yevi Litzchak Bardichev. And I figured you're a Jew. I decided I'm going to buy all these iPads. I'll email you in the morning and return it for you, and you'll give me back the money, and everything's fine and dandy. Someone like that, this person actually also, in the story Rabbi Yoel said, he also sold iPads. The same business as he's in with someone else, he knows that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in charge. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm stress-free. If I make a good deal, doesn't mean he's going to lose out, and if he makes a good deal, doesn't mean I'm going to lose out. We have each other's backs. It's a similar story. Imagine you open up a barbershop, right? If you open up a barbershop, you know what the classic trick? Remember when you're a kid, you go to the barbershop, and if you're a good boy, you sat down and got a haircut, you got a lollipop, right? Imagine, you have your barbershop on one side of the avenue, and then you're doing great, and a few years later, someone else decides to open up another barbershop right across. What's your initial gut reaction? If you don't have bitachon, it's, what are you doing here? This is my spot. Go down the block. Go around the corner. Go 5 blocks away. If you have bitachon, you know what your reaction is? Let me tell you a little trick. Get a box of lollipops. So when the kids come and they sit down, they could get a lollipop. The parents are happy to come. It's a good technique, good business technique to bring in customers. If you have bitachon, you know that just because I make money doesn't mean he can't make money. And if he makes money, doesn't mean I can't make money. It's a big way to connect to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, to be able to know that he's got your back. There's it connects me back to a few pages behind where he starts talking about another benefit of having bitachon is that you don't, when it comes to money, right? When it comes to money, you don't have to worry so much. And he brings it out a lot of different psukim from Mishlei and from Koheles. Psukim like it says ha'asif enecha bay veinenu. That the money, Mishlei, he writes that it's compared to a bird. Ki yasa like confined kinesher v'yav hashamayim. That money, it could grow wings like a little bird and fly away. Just like an eagle, the Mesudas David writes that just like an eagle flies up to the sky and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller until you can't see it anymore. A plane, same thing with money, right? The Rabbah writes similarly. It's silly. You're going to spend your entire life working so hard just to make every single deal you can. And if you look at history, you see many people lose their money just like that, right? You get caught all of a sudden, bad deal, COVID happens, who knows? People lose their money. You can lose it all in just a fraction of the time that it take you to amass all that money. We work so hard to keep our wealth, to grow our wealth. You can't blink. You always got to pay attention. A deal here, a deal there. You go on vacation. You're always still checking your emails. You're always worried. Life is very stressful. But if you have bitachon, you'll be able to go into your vacation relaxed, stress-free, knowing that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is in control. Right now, I'm with my family. It's Chol HaMoed. It's Chanukah. Let me connect. Let me do what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from me. Because when you do the Ratzon Hashem, you don't lose out. And in Mitzvah Hashem, we can all grow in our bitachon and live a worry-free, stress-free life filled with all of our wants and desires.
Great.